back to Cronkite Percussion. Today I'm going to explain how to play rock beat with 16th notes. Now, here we have a snare drum note with a dot next to it. You don't have to really know what that means yet. The important part is this note right here. And if you look, there's a line showing what syllable you say, da. This is how it sounds. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Again, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That is the rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now, I've drawn a line to show where the da lines up with this bass drum note. It's actually a 16th. How do you know it's a 16th? It's easy. Here we have the single beam that makes any two notes eighth notes. When there's a second beam here, this is a short version of it, it means that this note here is a 16th note. All that means is it's between this eighth note and this eighth note. It's exactly in between. That's where we have the and 3. Bum 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 rhythm. As you can see, the bass drum lines up with the exact middle of your two eighth notes. That's why it's very important when you're playing your eighth notes with your right hand, you keep them steady. Okay? Because this bass drum note is exactly in between. Over here, we have another bass drum note very close to the da bass drum note. It has a dot next to it. I'll explain that later. All you need to know is that this bass drum note lines up exactly underneath this hi-hat note, the right hand. So those two notes are together, just like these two notes, the bass drum and the hi-hat, are together, and these two notes, the snare and the hi-hat, are together. Over here, we have the same thing. We have the da note. It's a 16th. Why? Because we can see the two beams, and it is exactly between our two eighth notes, between the right hand, and we call it da. The snare drum is on 4 because it's underneath the 4, and the and's all by itself. So all together, this sounds like this. What this dot means? Well, it means this eighth note. How do we know it's an eighth note? Because it's joined to the one beam. One beam means an eighth note. This eighth note is worth 3 of whatever half this note is. Half of an eighth note is the 16th. And so this is 3 16th notes long. You don't really have to know that in order to play this properly. The big thing for you to know is that this 16th note and this 16th note, both bass drums, are in between exactly the right hand. That's it for Cronkite Percussion. See you later.